Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Mushoku Tensei Season 2 Part 2 Episode 1 reaction. So we are back with Mushoku Tensei and Season 2 Part 1 had been amazing. I absolutely loved it. And we can see how Rudy is progressing and how he as a person is growing. I love season 2. It was full of like character developments and a lot of meeting new characters as well. It was absolutely amazing, and obviously the ending with Sylphia, him being able to find her finally, and Sylphia being able to gather the courage to say that she is Sylphia, all that stuff, beautifully done. So yeah, let's see what happens now. Obviously it's going to continue, and let us see how the story proceeds. So let us get started then. This is episode 1 of season 2 part 2. So yeah, I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it whichever is a preference, and let us begin. So here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Oh, his holy shrine. Oh boy. Oh, Zanova. Yeah. Yeah, he's just happy, because of the whole meowing. Oh my god, great. No. Okay. Okay. Well, kind of. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, you know what? Wow. Yep. Hmm. Bruh. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, my god. Yeah, she's like, come on, man. Okay, Rudy, you're being rude now. Like, what the hell? Fought and double the end. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Hmm. Oh, that's nice. Did he say that he found Sylphia? Yeah. Hmm? Which is? Now, like, she's showing her face. Damn. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I guess there might be like different rules and regulations here. This is like a different world. Maybe, I don't know. You need a house, I guess. Well, because you have to stay there. Yeah, yeah. Hmm. Look for a. He does have. What? Wait. Have you asked Sylph? I guess Sylph will probably said a yes, but I feel like he should ask her first. Hmm. Ah. Okay. Oh, is he looking for like how? Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. That's why you need a. I guess, but I feel like you should do you. I feel like he should have like asked Sylphie about it, or like at least tell her that, oh, this is what I'm planning. Why does he have a club? What? It's kind of, yeah, and it's a bit. I was thinking like it looks broken. Yeah, like it's dusty and everything. What? Uh, that's why he got it cheap to take care of the. All right, good. He saved a lot of money and now he can. Bruh. Right, they need a lot of renovations. Right side, okay. Shouldn't they split up? Oh, no, I guess not. He's scared. Cliff is scared. Right. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. So still haven't found any ghosts? What? Yeah. I guess that'll work. That might work. Yeah, it'll probably come out at night. Hmm. True. Stop! Stop that! You're triggering some flags. You're triggering flags now, bro. He just triggered so many death flags. But this is Rudy. It'll be nothing for him. Right. What? Okay. Mmm. Damn, that noise. Oh god. The creaking noise. What the hell? Is it a dog? Like a. Oh no, I feel like the candle will. The flame will go out. Zanoba? Yeah, wake up. Smack him awake. What is that weird noise? Like. Hmm. Basement. The noise is done so well. The sound effects. What is this? It seems like there's something. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. Maybe it's hiding somewhere. They kind of zoomed in on that. Yeah. Oh wait, is that what I think it is? Is that someone's fingers? What? No, what is that? Oh yeah, that is it. Oh my god, this is nah, man. This turned from fantasy to horror. Yep, I knew the jump scare was coming. I've seen too many horror things and games. Right, that isn't even a human. What is that? Is that a robot or something? It looks like a mechanical. Whoa! What the? What? Oh wait, it's not working. Yeah. Nice. Calm down. I don't think that's a ghost. It's like a mechanical like a like what? Yeah, it's a mechanical doll. I think that's why he's like he doesn't want to harm it because he likes dolls and sculptures. It's like a yeah. Hmm. Yeah, it's a mechanical. Doll, yep. Was yeah, I guess. Yeah. Maid robot. Maid robot. Yeah, okay. Hmm. Oh, it's made of wood. Oh god. Yeah, I guess. Cliff is like, what the hell are these two talking about? Okay, calm down, bro. Yo, bruh. Yep. And this that means that killed a lot of people. Blueprint. What's? Oh, he's healing himself. Hmm. Yeah, I said like this. Something was moved. Nice. Oh, nice. There you go. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Nice. They have like whole diagrams and everything. Hmm. Hmm. I see. Yeah, because they came in. They thought that it was intruders. Okay. Yes, we got it for cheap, and we also got like some blueprints for automaton, and they're bringing it. He's gonna say like, "Let me, yeah, let me do it." Yeah, but he wants to do it. Hmm. I think he can take care of it. Yeah, but he should make sure that it doesn't harm others. You know. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Oh, he's bringing her over. I don't think so. Has she? She has. Oh, she has. She knows. Oh boy. Oh, they completely renovated it. Like they like fixed everything. Okay, nice. Okay, now it looks quite good. Before it was like broken and like falling, like falling off. Ah, yeah, true. Wow, wow, this place looks different completely. Yo, yeah, they give it a full makeover. Well, this one is. Hmm. Bruh. Hmm. Yeah, like what about that? Okay. So they can stay here for now. No, he like made like. Hmm. Well, I feel like Rudy can help her out with like with the. I think he himself said that I'll help you out with your job. Wow, the very first episode of part two. Yeah, yeah. Well, I don't think he will. My dream home. Well, there you go, the very first episode. Okay, I'm like he literally just proposed in like it was the previous episode, I think episode 12, where he confessed. This episode, Yeah, it seems a long time because we had that break, and now we're getting part two. That way, it feels like a long time, but it was literally the previous episode if you think about it. That he confessed and everything, and now he's like, yeah, because I guess it makes sense because like he doesn't want to take any more chances. He's like he's now like be more decisive about like the situation because he knows like he himself like went through that whole mana disaster thing, and with everything that happened he doesn't want to make like the past mistakes of waiting and then regretting it. And yeah, and there you go. So he bought his house, and then he proposed to her, and yeah, there you go. That was great. That was a great first episode, and yeah, let's see what happens from here onwards. Now, today's episode was basically them going Rudy, like deciding that he's going to marry Sylvie, and asking like what is the requirements. And I guess it makes sense because here in this world things might be different. Like maybe different rules and regulations. Maybe yeah, something like like not like the actual world, maybe something else they have to do. So what he got to know is that that what you need is like a house, because that makes sense. If you're getting married, you need a house, like, well, otherwise where will you stay? And it's usually the male partner who like provides for the house, or if the female partner is like very rich or something, like from nobility or something, then I guess you can marry into their family or something like that. I guess it's kind of the same as this world as well, kind of, I guess. Like but here I guess and I'm pretty sure like like Sylvie, if he talked to Sylvie and him both could have like um contributed towards the house. It's not that Rudy himself has to like contribute towards the whole house. Rudy did it because he could. He has that enough like financial power to do that. That's why Rudy. It's crazy to think about it because when they were like, oh, you need a house, it's like, okay, then I'll buy a house, as if like he's buying like a as if he's buying like a like I don't know, like something very like small, like a pack of chocolates or something. He's like, oh, okay, I'll buy one. That's the like the amount of financial stability he has, that he was just like, okay, fine, I'll buy one. And yeah, he did kind of like buy a good one. However, he bought something that had a problem, so that he got it for cheap. But he did buy a house, like a literal house, just in a matter of like an episode. So yeah, you can see how financially like stable Rudy is, which makes sense because obviously he's he's like he's done a lot of things, and he's definitely has a lot of money, and like from all the adventuring, the quests that he have done and everything. Yeah, he's earned quite a bit. So yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, but I feel like if Rudy didn't have enough like money, he could have just, I don't know, like went to Sylphet and said that, oh, this is what I'm planning, and then Sylphet could have just like contributed a little bit. I'm guessing it's fine. It's like how you do it, like it's the usual way they do it here is that the male partner provides for the house. But I'm sure that if they have like some kind of a problem, or if they're not able to completely provide for the house, they might ask for like a little bit of help or something, and I'm sure that's completely fine. But it makes sense because like Rudy just had that amount of money. He was like, yeah, I'm just gonna buy a house. Yes, no problem. It's nothing for me. That's why he immediately bought a house. So in that, like in a way, it's very similar to the real world. So in that sense, there isn't really any difference here. That means like marriage here is just the same as our world. Like you have to like get like a place to stay where you're going to stay with your family, and obviously then propose, and then have like like a wedding, and I don't know, maybe like exchange rings and something. I don't know what's going to happen in that department, how they do it here, but we'll probably see that later. And yeah, there you go. The very first episode. Wow, that's crazy. Right. And yeah, there you go. So then after that, they went to see the house, and inside the house, they found a mechanical doll or an automaton. And this automaton was something that Zenobia was like, you know what, you could take care of this, and you could make a lot better use of it, Rudy, with your skills. However, I want to, I want to have the permission to, like, to make use of this, because as he says, I just don't want to be someone who is seen as that, oh, he's the person who only gave the financial, like, he provided for the financial, portion of the project. No, I want to actually do something. And you can see, like, as he says, like, since he's blessed and he has so much power, he himself explained it in I think season 2 part 1, that since he's so strong, he's not able to do like the intricate details. That is the exact reason why they had to bring Juliet with them. So that is why he's like, since there's an automaton and it's not really like something like very delicate, I can do something with it. And that is why he's like, yeah, Rudy, like, please give me the permission. Like, you might be able to make a lot better use of it than I am, and knowing that, I'm still asking you, like, can you please? Because, and yeah, it's a good, like, it's a very good request, because as he says, like, this is probably the thing that he might be able to use properly. And he just don't want to be someone who is seen as someone who only provides for the project financially. He wants to be like directly involved in it, but because of his situation, he cannot like do stuff. He might like crush things because of his super strength. He has not got that opportunity, but this time, this is like a good opportunity that presented itself in front of him. So yeah, and Rudy was like, yeah, sure, go ahead, there you go. And yeah, and then they renovated the whole house. You can see the house looks completely different than it looked. At first when we saw it, it was like broken in places. There was no color. The color was completely faded. The inside of the house was like broken apart. The staircase was like the railings were like all falling apart and everything. So this place was like in a very bad state. I feel like they got it extremely cheap. Like, just think about it. First of all, with the whole ghost like rumors, the automaton killing people and everything, that is definitely going to bring down the cost at least by 40%, I feel like. And then the whole place was a dump. It was broken apart completely, like, just like, yeah, no maintenance, nothing, which makes sense, because people are scared, probably scared to come here and do the maintenance because of the rumors. So I'm pretty sure like 40% off for because of the rumors and the automaton, and I'm sure they got another 10% off for maybe like the state of the thing in itself. So I'm sure they got it like at a half price, like this house. And this house is big and it looks expensive, obviously, but I'm sure they at least got half completely off, like 50% off for this because of that. And yeah, I guess they did have to spend a little bit on renovating it, but overall it was a good a good bargain, I guess. And Rudy was like, yeah, you know what, I can take care of this. I have Cliff with me, I have Zenova with me, they can come with me and they can like exercise whichever ghost or spirit is in here. And obviously Rudy didn't know that this was like an automaton. Like, according to the rumors, it was actually, everyone thought it was a ghost or something like that. That's why he brought like Cliff with him, because of the like the holy magic or whatever he uses to exercise the ghosts. But yeah, like, since it was an automaton, Zenova really came in handy. His super strength, especially. There you go. So yeah, I'm sure they got it at a very low price, and it was a good investment, I guess. And now they have a huge house. Like, wait a minute. Here's the thing. I guess he might be able to bring his family way here. Even though we don't even know where Zenith is. What I was going to say is that this house is huge. Like, I was going to say, like, wait, only two of them are going to live here? In this huge house? And then I was like, oh, he might be able to bring his family. But before bringing our family in, Rudy's family in, yeah, he needs to find his mother first. We still don't know where Zenith is. And yeah, and I guess if you think about it, like Rudy's family is quite big, like, because first of all we have Rudy and Sylvie is going to come, then we have Paul. If we're able to find Zenith will be here as well. Then we have, I forgot that lady's name, the maid lady, I completely forgot her name. um she will be here. Then the two child, Norn, and oh, I've forgotten the other character's name. Uh, I forgot their name. One character's name is Norn. I remember it. And then we have the other girl, who's that maid's like child. So she will be there as well. So how many people? Wait a minute. Rudy, Sylvie, Paul, Zenith, that lady. Seven people. Yeah, you know what? Seven is good. It's good for seven people. Yeah. So yeah, but before any of that, I feel like we need to find Zenith. We don't even know where Zenith is, so that's first and foremost what we need to do. Okay. And then there was the final section where, like, I was thinking at the very beginning, I was like, I shouldn't he ask Sylvie that, oh, you know what, this is what I'm planning. Like, I plan to get married and, like, with you. So are you okay with it? I'm looking for a house. I felt like he should have said that, but then I realized, like, oh, this is Sylvie. She'll probably be happy, and he'd be like, yeah, sure, go ahead, or something like that. And yeah, that's exactly what she did, and she did get to know it as we got to see. She knew what he was doing, so she probably got like information from Ariel, and like Ariel probably told her that, oh, this is what Rudy is doing, or something like that. Um, so she knew about it, and and yeah, but either way, she comes in and she's like, oh wow, this is really great. And like then they have like a very important conversation. In this conversation, Rudy's like, come on, like are you okay with this? Because I just, like, you helped me out so much, and I don't know the whole situation about like that, like what you have to do, since you're working for Ariel. I don't know what's going to happen with that, like what will you be doing there. And she says that they might need to stay here for a while, and even after like they graduate or something, they still need to stay here because of the whole like thing that is going on, the whole uh, like we know that like Ariel is in like danger if she goes there, goes back to her place. So for now she will have to stay here even after like everything is over. um so that's why Sylvie's like are you okay with someone like me? Like I might like drag you down because of this. Like I myself don't know what's going to happen and how my life will proceed from here since I'm working under Ariel. And yeah, and Rudy was like, oh, don't worry about it, we'll cross that bridge when we need to. So yeah, and then he proposes. And yeah, and in the previous episode, I remember Rudy himself said that since you've helped me out with my thing, and like I found you finally, now I'm going to help you out with your thing. And yeah, and he even went in front of Ariel and said that like I can help you guys out. And there you go. So yeah, I feel like everything will be fine in that department. At least I feel like everything will be fine because like Rudy can help Sylvie out with her situation, because for now I don't think Rudy has anything pressing that he's attending to, except obviously finding his family. That is very important. But other than that, he doesn't have anything much like he needs to do. Obviously before like the whole like meeting Sylvie, he had the whole curing my ED situation. But now that is fine. So the main important mission now is to find his family, like find Zenith and everything. So that's the number one thing for now. And other than that, there isn't really anything he has to do here. He helps Nanahoshi now and then with the things, and then he also helps out Zenoba, and like and trains Zenoba in the whole like doll making thing. Those are like small little stuff, like like side missions or whatever. The main mission for now is obviously finding Zenith, and then side missions are basically these. And then that is why I feel like he can easily, while doing all of this, help Sylvie out with whatever problem she has, because I feel like this might become a thing like in the future. I'm pretty sure Sylvie will need Rudy's help because of, as we are seeing, the whole situation with Ariel that is going on. Whatever situation Ariel gets involved in, Sylvie will also get involved in. And since this is like basically like, like the whole situation is like, since Ariel is like a princess and everything, the problems that she will run into in the future, I feel like it'll be quite dangerous. And Sylvie will obviously get involved in it as well because he's like her bodyguard and stuff. So in that sense, yeah, Rudy will be able to help them out very much, and they will really need Rudy at that time. So yeah, you know, yeah. So he'll help out Sylvie with her stuff when she needs his help. And there you go. That was today's episode. Great episode. Great start for the season. Not season, I guess. Season two, part one. Great. Part two. Great start for this part, for part two. And yeah, let us see how this proceeds. Now, I will be going through the whole episode scene by scene and see if I missed something, and I'm going to discuss about it. So, the very first episode, the very first section, we get to see Rudy praying to his shrine. I love how even even now, with everything like that has happened and everything, he's he still prays to the holy relic. You know what? Yeah, like fair play, I guess. Like he has prayed to it before. He's still praying to it even now, even though his life is so much better now. Yeah, like he's a man of his words, I guess. I don't know if that's a proper way to explain, like say, mention, like describe that thing, situation. But yeah, good for him. Right. Now, then you can see he leaves the room. He meets Zenova and Julie. Kind of, like he's like, oh, good morning, you guys. He kind of pets Julie's head a little bit, and then he goes and Pursena and I forgot this girl's name completely. I don't remember her name. The other girl. Uh, both of them are there, and yeah, Rudy's like, I love this part where it took me a while to understand why he smirked at that situation, where that girl, like I said, I forgot that girl's name. She was like putting her like legs on top of the table, and Rudy looked at them and smirked. At first I didn't realize why. Now I understand. He probably smirked because now Edie is cured, and he's like, yeah, there was a time when like nothing happened, but now something is happening, and I'm glad that's happening because my life has been a hell up until now. Because of the whole trauma, but now it's working. That's why he's smirking. That's why he smirked there. He's like, yeah, I'm a different man now. Like like one of the biggest things that was haunting me up until now, it has changed. So yeah, that's why he smirked at that point, I think. Anyways, and and these two, Pursena and she was, as always, they were just like being dumb as usual. Right. So he also tells Cliff, he's like, oh, my illness has been cured, and Cliff is like, good for you, congratulations. Zenoba's also like, congratulations, you could have asked me for help. And I'm like, yeah, I don't think you could have helped in that situation. Oh my god. Right. Anyways. So yeah, after that, and that is why Rudy is like, very like happy and everything, and he's like just like bright and shining completely. He's like a completely like different man today. He's like exuding confidence. Right. So now after all of that, you can see he goes and asks Nanahoshi, because now he's thinking, like, now that the whole thing with Sylphie is official, like, what should I do now? So he asks Nanahoshi, like, oh, what will you do if we're dating a person and And Rudy's like, oh, I'm sorry, like you might not have any type of, like, I don't know, like you can maybe you. Here we go. Does that mean you're the kind of person with zero experience? And I know she's like, oh, like even I have been in love before. And she says, um, wait. So she says that. Wait a minute. Here we go. Although we fought and that was the end. So Rudy's like, oh yeah, she did get summoned when they were having a quarrel. And yeah, in the very first episode of this show, um, Nanahoshi and those people, like those students, they were having like as far as I can remember, like as far as my memory goes, they were having like an argument, and like, and that is when Rudy went and saved, like from the truck. But then she died later and got and then all that whole thing with Orsted happened. She got transported and Orsted came and helped her out and all that. But yeah, she was fighting or quarreling at that time. So right. Okay, so here she says like it's enough to have the person you love by your side. That is all that you need. So, and after that you can see Rudy says that Rudy's giving letters to Paul. Now that he has recovered, he can help out with the with finding his family, and after that he sees that, like, Sylvie was going past him, and that is when he thinks that, okay, yeah, I need to, like, get married to Sylvie. So he's like, okay, I need to ask people what marriage is, at least in this world. It might be different from what it is in my world. So he asked Zanova and Cliff, and they, like, explain it to him, as we saw. Like they said, like, oh, you need to, like, get a house. And Rudy's like, oh yeah, Paul also moved to Buena Village when he got married. So and they're like, oh, you're getting married or something? And Rudy's like, yeah, like, like, it's like, oh, who's the person? And he's like, oh, the person who cured my illness. Right. Anyway, so he's like, okay, I need to buy a house. So he went to the estate, like, like the place where it sells you houses and properties. He is like, okay, I need a cheap but a large house with a lot of rooms. And he finds one perfect for, that requirement. It's cheap, it has big, yeah, so there must be a catch. What is the catch? First of all, the place has a lot of bad rumors. People go there and people, die. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to read this part. There's a reason this house isn't so expensive. So this is one of the cursed houses. Okay, I was told that the previous residents were brutally murdered, and you could hear mysterious sound at the middle of the night. There you go. So that is a big problem here. That's why it's so cheap. And also this place is literally breaking apart. So all in all, it was cheap. So that is why people didn't come here. They didn't renovate this place or anything. Like, it's like breaking apart because most of them are afraid to come here. So they're like, yeah, Rudy's like, that's why I brought you guys with me. So there you go. So let's go. So they go in and they start, like, checking the house, like, the rooms one after the other. I love how Zanova's, like, impressed. He's like, wow, you look used to this. And he's like, yeah, I'm an A-rank adventurer, obviously I'll be used to it. I've done a few things like this in my missions and all. So yeah, so they go inside the house, like, start checking everything, don't find anything at all. So they're like, all right, let's wait then, because most of the things happens at night. So right after that, oh, this part is hilarious because the way he said that, he's like looking outside. Rudy was looking outside from the window, and he's like, Zanova's like, yes, I'm getting married once we finish this case. So here we go. Obviously this is a running gag in anime. If you've seen anime, you'll know. This is a whole running gag, and because if someone says something like this, like, oh, after this we'll get married, or after this we'll do something, usually it's getting married. They're like, oh, after I come from this mission, we'll get married. Something happens after that, in, like, it's a flag. That's literally a death flag that you're triggering, but I'm like, what, it's fine. This is Rudy we're talking about. I doubt any of that will work against against him. Oh boy. But yeah, like that was a template death flag. That is like a one of the most like but I guess like since this is I this is this show is like one of the very first isekais. I guess when they like this part came, this trope wasn't really that much prevalent. Where the whole death flag trope, like nowadays, obviously, like like when you say that you're going to do something important after going through a difficult situation, that is a death flag immediately. But back then, when this like I don't know, maybe then that wasn't a thing. This wasn't really a trope. So I'm not really sure. But either way, this is a templated death flag. I'm getting married once we finish this case. And I'm like, oh my god. But I was like, yeah, it's fine. This is Rudy. Like what can even happen to him? And like he said, like they are inside this place, so it won't be that much of a difficult situation either. Because otherwise, like yeah, they would a lot of people would have come and investigated this. So the fact that this place is just kept like this makes me think the situation won't be that difficult. So yeah. Either way, okay, after that they go to sleep, they wait for the night, and then like these weird noises start happening. Cliff wakes up and Cliff is like, guys, wake up, something is happening. So they wake up and start searching. Again, they're not able to find anything. They literally search the house like again from the top to bottom, don't find anything. So they go back to the room where they were, and this is where he realized like, oh, something is happening. Okay, this part is done so well. I feel like where you can see that on top of that thing, like this like fingers. I don't know, this is done so well. I feel like this is like one thing in horror shows that is always done so well, is when like people are like trying to find something, and then in the background you see something different that wasn't there. They don't really explicitly tell you that, oh my god, look at that, or something like that. The show keeps quiet about it, and you yourself kind of find out, like you're like, wait a minute, what is that? Well, that wasn't there. And then when you properly look at it, you see like some kind of a face, or as in this situation, you see like a few fingers. I feel like this is something that is one of the best things in like any type of horror shows, is when they do this. They let the audience find out whether something is weird with that scene. And when the audience find that out, they're like, what the hell was that? The show doesn't tell you or anything. Sometimes the characters themselves don't realize what's going on. But the audience kind of see that, and the audience gets it. That's why how they did this part, and I love it. Like they don't really show us at the beginning. They, like Rudy, they don't understand what's going on, and they show it on the screen. There's like a few fingers, and then when Rudy notices that, Rudy's like, what the hell is that? And the fingers go down again, oh boy. And then the automaton comes out. So at first they thought it was a ghost. So Cliff, like Zanova comes in and defends Rudy from it. And you know what, honestly speaking, yeah, Zanova definitely saved Rudy's life here. Like if Rudy got hit by that, he wouldn't be able to do anything. Because like even though he is very strong as a mage, it wouldn't matter, because that got Rudy so much off guard that he probably wouldn't even be able to have that state of mind to defend himself properly. Even though he uses incantationless magic, this would have actually got him, because he was actually scared. He really got bewildered and scared, and using that opportunity, the thing probably would have hurt him immensely. So Zanova coming and like just standing in front of him helped him out a lot. And since Zanova was very strong, it didn't work on him. So Cliff starts chanting the lines and tries to use the magic against it, not working. So Zanova's like, wait a minute, stop, don't do anything. And because Zanova realizes what it is. So yeah, it's a moving doll or an automaton. So there you go. And yeah. Now after that, Zanova's like, oh my god, like master, this is so amazing. At first Rudy's like, okay, like it's an automaton, so what? But Zanova's like, oh no, you don't understand, the potential in this. And he says that, like you know what we can do with this? Something like this. Just imagine. It's a doll. Okay, here we go. Master, this doll was moving. Um, a moving doll. And that is when it strikes Rudy. Rudy's like, oh yeah, that's true. Like I said, like exactly what we want. So Rudy's like, yeah, it's a moving doll, automaton, yeah. And then he says maid robot, and I'm like, okay. Right. All right. Okay. So yeah, there you go. And Rudy's like, all right, you know what? You're right, Zenova. He's like, good job. Like, you, like, as expected from someone like you, who is like such a big fan of, like, figurines and stuff. I'd expect no less for no less your eyes for dolls has already surpassed mine. And Zenova was like, yes. Yeah. Right. So Rudy's like, okay, so we can do a lot of things with this thing. It's made of wood. Maybe if you use silicone and everything, we can make actual figurines and stuff. So he's like, yeah. And Rudy's like, you know what? This is great. And Zanova's like, yeah, this is great. Cliff is like, what the hell is wrong with you guys? Do we have time to talk about something like this? And Zanova gets pissed. He's like, something like this? How dare you? Grabs him by his face. Right. Anyways, so yeah, so Rudy's like, okay, we need to, like, there must be something here, some kind of a hidden room. So they find out the hidden room, and they open it, and yeah, so they find some kind of a pedestal and the blueprint and the information about the automaton. So, okay. Cliff says, I've seen something like this before. I've been checking out magical implements. So this seems familiar. Okay, Rudy says this owner of the room must have been researching the doll. And I think that it was assigned to serve as a guard. And it makes sense, after he died, the robot probably still stayed there, having the same orders. That's why whenever other people came in here, he thought they were intruders and attacked them and killed them. So that's what has happened up until now. Right, so there you go. Mission accomplished. They found out the secret of this house, and they got the doll. They're bringing it back. And when Zanova was coming back, Zanova's like, Rudy, can you entrust this to me? And he says, like, I'm a type of person who hasn't been able to help out directly with it. I don't want to be the person who is known as, just the person who funded this project. I don't want that. I don't want to be like directly involved in this. So I feel like this is my only chance. It might take time analyzing the notes and everything. You might be able to do a better and a more efficient job and a more quicker job than me. But still, even after knowing that, I want you to like let me work on this myself. So Rudy's like, yeah, go ahead. It's okay. Rudy also says, like, be sure not to make it go crazy, because like, I don't want any rumors coming out, from, yeah, keep it to yourself, and make sure that it doesn't hurt others or do something crazy. So there you go, mission accomplished. They got a mechanical doll, they got a house, and after that they probably renovated it, as you see. And next scene we get to see Rudy bring Sylphie, and Sylphie knew about it. So that's why Sylphie was like, oh, I wonder what you're going to show me. She knew it was happening. And but obviously, even though she knew it, she probably didn't see how big the house is or how it looked like. She probably just heard from others that, oh, Rudy's looking for a house, and that's where she probably thought that, oh, okay, that's cool. But she didn't know how the house looked like or how it changed and how big it is. So that was an element of surprise, definitely, for her, because she came in front of the mansion and she was like, wow, this is crazy. And Rudy says, like, oh, you see the roof? I painted the color of your hair because I really like the color of your hair. So they go in, they go to the different places. Rudy's like giving her the tour of the house. First the living room, then like the lounge or in front of the fireplace or whatever. Then the bath. I love how Rudy's like smirking, looking at Susie while showing the bath. Right, then the kitchen, and then she says, for now, this is the only room I have prepared on the second floor. That's the bedroom, and the bed is so big. Obviously, it's a double-sized bed. And they sit down, and this is where Rudy's like, okay, I need to discuss something about you for the future. Um, and he's like, I already bought this house, but there are many things we need to discuss in the future. So Sylvie's like, oh, I'm fine with whatever what you want. So yeah, Rudy asks her the important questions. What will you do about your warfare with Princess Ariel? And she says that we'll be in this country for another 2 years, and there aren't plans to return to Kingdom of Asa right after graduation because of the whole situation there. So she's like, I'm not really sure. That is why for now I'm stuck here, and that is why she's like, are you okay with marrying someone like me? Because I feel like it'll be kind of unfair to you, like chaining you down over here. And Rudy's like, and also as she says, like, you bought such a great house, I won't be able to spend much time in, because obviously she'll have her work and everything as a bodyguard and all. And Rudy's like thinking like, no, Sylvie helped me out so much with everything. If not Sylvie, then whom? And yeah, and then he's like, will you marry me? Like, even with all of that, like, I want to marry you, please marry me. And Sylvie's like, okay, smiles and says. And Sylvie's like, but promise me one thing, don't disappear on me. Just like, like what happened before. And there you go. And that is where it ended. Great start for the second part. And yeah, let's see. Let's see what happens. Right. So there you go. That is it. Thank you for watching, guys. This was my reaction to Mushoku Tensei Season 2 Part 2 Episode 1. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed, comment down below. Anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know, I'll check them out. And that is it. Thank you for watching, and I will be back next week with another episode of Mushoku Tensei. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.